Here we are, day one of the trip. Down here at Papaw's farm. These are some of his baby goats. Just born last night.
I'm gonna have to put her in the stable. She won't take that one.
Huh.
She ain't gonna take that other.
One of her babies she's feeding and the other one she's not.
She ain't gonna take that baby.
We don't know why.
You said it hadn't got no milk away. It wobbled around. Like I let him suck.
How many goats you have, Papa?
I got 34.
34. That include the two last night?
Here's this old big man, baby. One of them right over there, and the other one laying down there, and that old black one yonder's got one. And let's see, where's the other one? That old man has got two somewhere or another. Let's see where she's at. Yeah. She's back down yonder.
How long you been raising goats?
I've had goats off and on 40 years. Let me run her back around there and I'll set the sleep. Stand here in the gate.
All right.
I'm not let her out. Let me take them on up here a little further.
Okay.
Don't let her out. And then move them a little further down.
All right.
Don't let her back out.
Okay. Nick's trying to give his dog a tick bath. Go into the barn so she'll feed the baby. She just walked in there. Papaw's going to close the gate behind her. There we go. We got her. We got her. She's not getting out now. Guess there's a door on the other side. He's got to close that one too. Gonna have to milk her and make a bottle.
Sucker, you get up there and suck that tit.
He's not very good at it yet, is he?
Didn't get any. Ah, you getting some. Take that tit, scutter buck you. $70 worth of goats. I don't want to lose one of them.
I don't blame you there. How many do they usually have? They usually have one or two.
When they, most of the time a young goat will have one.
Mm-hmm.
But when she has one litter, she'll have two.
But this was her first litter. She had two the first time.
Yeah.
Well, she's not fighting him off this time.
He must not be as hungry as I think he is.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got it done yet. Yeah.
We're making a bottle for the little goat out there. His mama won't feed him. Have to split the nipple on it a little bit more. Make it feed a little faster.
No, yeah. Let's do it.
All right.
So let's go out there and see if I can get one right here. See that scout going at you?
Yeah, he's going now. He was hungry. Starting to get a little rain, Papaw.
Huh?
We're starting to get a little rain out here.
Are we?
Just a little bit. It sprinkled on us most of the way up here, different places.
You gonna take out a bit of this, Tim?
Mm-hmm. Look
Take
at
a bit of
that. Well, we saved him for today anyway. You think she'll start feeding him later?
Huh?
You think she'll start feeding him later?
Yeah, I'll feed him some for night. I'll give him some more and then let the boys feed him tomorrow.
Yeah. You think she'll eventually start feeding him or no? So what kind of horse did you buy when you went out there?
Appaloosa, bought an Appaloosa mare.
Uh-huh.
$3,500.
Golly. That was quite a horse, huh?
Yeah.
How did you hear about it?
Merle Frazier, old boy up in Columbus, was out there and run up on him. And he said if we'd go out there and get her, bring her back, we'd breed her, and go half interstate.
Okay.
Well, James Kerr, we went out, me and boy worked for Merle went out there and got her. And we took her back out, James Kerr took her out there and bred her.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Eunice went out there and got her and brought her back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How long did you keep her?
Oh, we kept her about 3 years. She took cancer.
Oh, really?
And died with cancer.
Mm. Mm. Does that happen very often with horses?
Huh?
Does that happen very often with
No,
horses?
that's the first one I ever had any problem like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get on 40 in Memphis and go straight to Albuquerque.
You can go straight across the country. Chris and I drove that route 2 or 3 times. Drove all the way to California on it. Well, it goes all the way to Flagstaff, Arizona, and 40 stops there. And then we went south from there and went into California. Have you ever been any farther west than New Mexico? Is that the only time you ever went?
As far as I ever been, Tim.
Yeah. You know the Grand Canyon's not too far from there. You ever want to see the Grand Canyon?
Well, I never have been there.
It's not. It's another probably half a day's ride. But when we get out there, we could decide to go see it if you want to go.
Well, we'll decide when we get out there.
Yeah.
It's all depends how tired we are.
Yeah, that's right. We'll just take our time. We don't have to go too fast.
See how money holds out.
Yeah. We'll have a good time till the money hole's out. Then we'll call back and say, help, send us some money. We can't make it back home.
They lie and say, hell, stay out there. That'd be bad, wouldn't it?
We'll just have to settle out in the desert, Papaw. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Now,
He said if there was any horse somebody else was afraid to ride, he said you'd always put him on it. And he'd ride it. Is that true?
yeah, I had old horse that called for, I said, Badland. Old Badland, though everybody got on him.
Right.
Bill got on that scale and just rode him around that carina, just round and round and round. Of course, he bucked a little, but he never did throw Bill.
Huh. So was he pretty tough?
He was tough, man. There's an old cowboy come by there one day, and somebody said that he got one in there that nobody don't ride. And they said, old Badland. He said, get old Badland out, I'll ride him. So James Kirk got him out, and I said, son, now that horse a buck bad.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and if you want to ride him, you ride him at your own risk. If you get hurt, you just get hurt.
Right.
So he got out there, and they buckled the saddle on him, and he had that back all bowed up when he got the saddle on him. And that old boy jumped the saddle and said, pull the bridle off of him. And pulled the bridle off him, and you never saw such bucking in your life as that old horse done. But he never did throw that old boy.
Gosh. He was good, huh?
He was a tough rascal.
He knew what he was doing. Remember that horse you had named Tim?
Yeah.
You had Tim for a long time, didn't you?
I took him to Texarkana, and James Kirk sold him to a rancher out in Oklahoma.
Hmm. How long did you own him?
Oh, we kept that horse 5-6 years.
I remember him. You had him when I was little.
He was a pretty rascal.
He was.
Got the prettiest coat. James Kirk moved out there, and I didn't have time to fool with him. I was working and trying to milk some cows too. I said, I'll just bring him out there, and you can sell him and get what you can out of him. I think James Kirk got a big price out of him.
Yep, I bet he did. I remember you used to have that. You used to have the dairy, and you also worked out at that Superior coach, didn't you?
Worked the life out of me.
Yeah. You worked out at the guard gate for a while, and then you also worked inside.
Yeah. After those security outfit out of St. Louis come down there and took a contract on that security work, you know, we had to go back out in the plant.
Mm-hmm.
I went out in the press room. I was in the press room office there with the patterns and prints.
Mm-hmm.
And every time they run a thing, I had to have a blueprint of it, see.
Right.
And I kept them prints and kept all the patterns.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't no work to it, but there's a lot of headache keeping them prints. When they get through, they throw them prints down and saw them. You'd have to take them, and they take the number of it off out the print room and run a new print for it. But just something like that all the time. It was aggravating.
Mm-hmm. How long did you work there?
I worked all told 21 years.
21 years. Wow. When did you retire from there?
Huh?
When did you retire from there?
I believe it was in 77 or somewhere.
Yeah.
When I had my last back operation.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Jan told me, he said, son, you better go home and quit work. If you don't, you're going to be a paralyzed man.
Mm-hmm.
So I come back and told the folks down there, and they said, no, we're not going to start your pension now.
Mm.
I said, well, I ain't going to retire then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to loaf on you till I get my time out. And they seen I meant that to you, and they called me one day and said, I tell you what, if you want to retire, we'll figure your incentive up and start your retirement. And so they did.
They did?
Yeah. Next month I got my retirement check. Been getting it ever since.
Huh. Is that plant still there?
No, it's went back to, I believe they moved that plant to Canada.
Really? Hmm. What's in the building out there? Is it just empty?
Huh?
Is the building still there? Or is it just empty?
All the buildings there, they got another outfit in it, what they call, oh, I can't call the name of it now. It's really going.
Mm-hmm.
Working a lot of people.
Yeah. You remember about 2 years ago when I came down here, I was on my way back to Florida. I was by myself, and this guy came over here to buy a goat from me, and we caught him out in the back and tied him up in the back of the guy's truck. He kept jumping out. You remember that? He kept jumping out of the back of his truck, and we kept tying him down. Boy, that was hard to do, because we had to tie him by his horns. What's the wildest thing that ever happened to you with your goats?
Do what?
So what's the craziest thing that ever happened to you with your goats?
Oh, I reckon old Napoleon was the worst thing I ever had. I
Yeah.
couldn't keep him nowhere, and nobody couldn't get around him without him wanting to fight.
Yeah, he always wanted to fight everybody, didn't
He
he?
would fight, and he'd fight the herd too.
Mm-hmm.
I had the last 4 I had of them milk goats. Old boy from up at Bruce called me. Said, "Have you got a goat giving milk?" I said, "Yeah, I got one that's got a baby right now, and 3 more fixing to have babies." He said, "Well, don't milk her till I get down there, and I want to see if I can buy her off of her." And I didn't milk her. So next, he come up about 8:30. We put her on the stand in there, and he milked her. He said, "What you want for her?" I said, "Want $200 for her." He said, "Well, I'm gonna take her."
Hmm.
He got in the stable where them others was, looked at them, and I had an old one-horn billy I'd bought out in Texas out there. He was a nice billy, but he just had one horn.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "How many of these others you gonna sell?" I said, "Just as many as you want." And he said, "What's the price of them?" I said, $200 straight across the back. He said, "Well, I'm gonna take them all." He took every one and give me $800 for the 4.
Hmm. Hmm. Do people mostly buy them to milk them, or
He's gonna buy them the milk.
milk them? Yeah. Yeah, goat's milk's expensive.
There's a lot of milk goats up in northeast Mississippi up there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You ever see a fainting goat?
Fainting goat? No. What does he do?
James Kerr come over here the other day. I put an ad in the paper
Uh-huh.
for some fainting goats. And I got a call from a feller up at Bruce, Mississippi, all Calhoun City.
Mm-hmm.
Said he had some fainting goats. Well, I took his telephone number, and I called James Kerr and gave that telephone number to him, and he called old boy.
Uh-huh.
He said, "Yeah, I got some. They registered." So me and him went up there, and he had an old Billy out there, and I had a nanny. She had 2 babies. And when he let that old nanny with them 2 babies out of the stable, them little old bitches saw us, and they went to quiver, and just hit the ground like that. And then we went out there where the old Billy was, and walked up there, and he hit the ground, just fainted. Anything strange, they faint.
They just faint, huh?
Yeah.
Golly.
James Kerr bought a Billy off of it.
Drove him all the way back to Texas?
Yeah, he got him out in Texas.
I love it. That's not a type of goat. It's just some of them just do that.
That's a type of they
It's
are.
actually a type. Okay.
And they are muscled up goats. They're meaty goats.
Uh-huh.
They got 3 times as much meat on them as these other goats.
Really? Huh. And they just faint whenever they get upset.
Beat anything I ever saw. That's the first thing I ever saw.
That's pretty wild. That is pretty wild. Hmm.
Days is good and some days is bad.
Benjamin keeping you straight?
Oh, yeah. He kicked a hole in the wall the other day while they was gone.
Papaw.
And Nick said, "I'm gonna have that fixed, and I'm gonna take your money to pay for it."
Uh-oh.
He come down to the house, said, "Papaw," said, "you call Barnett and tell Barnett to come up and fix that hole in that wall," and said, "You pay him."
Papaw, you've ruined
He
him.
said, Daddy wants to take my money."
You have
I'm gonna tell you, Bobby Evans is soft. He's sorry for his life. Not his life.
What do you mean?
We just ain't even but a pill. Why don't it pill? We didn't buy it. I remember a pill. We want some of the old stuff he just pulled.
Like what?
Well, them horses and stuff.
Oh,
We don't understand what about those land back there. I mean, I have seen some of the stuff he pulled over on them people. All he done is go out here in New Mexico.
So everybody say hi, you're on the camera. There's Dee Dee and the girls. We're out in front of James Kerr's house. We just got here a little while ago. And this is Sherry's husband and Jimmy's little boy. So where do y'all live, Sherry?
Bored. You'll have to come see us.
Yeah.
Truck.
These are James Kerr's goats out here.
Where's Uncle Jimmy's tractor? Where's his tractor? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
So Sherry, you're a newlywed, isn't that right?
Uh-huh.
How long you been married?
February.
4 months, huh?
Yep.
Wow, that's great. So where'd y'all meet? There's James Kerr's puppies.
Yeah, they are.
Bag of green tea.
Go pet the doggies, buddy.
Go see the puppies.
Go see them. I don't need to get that on video. Well, don't smile. Don't smile. Don't you smile now. You better not smile. You better not. You better not. What'd you say, Jimmy? You're earning your raising? This one right here, huh?
Ow.
Wait, Daddy.
Hey, Cody. Hey, big guy. Look up here.
Look up here. Cody, look at the camera. Look, right here, Papaw. Look at that right there. Cody, right
Up
here.
here.
Right here. Look.
Hey. Right
Wait.
there.
Wait.
There it is.
Wait.
Wave at me. Wave at me.
Blow sugar.
Give me a kiss.
Kisses. Blow kisses.
Say hi, Papaw.
Say hi, Papaw.
Hi, Papaw. This is Papaw's tape we're shooting here. All right. I've done enough acting for the day.
Okay.
Well, we're driving across Texas today. As far as you can see. Mesquite trees and rangeland. We've seen a lot of oil pumps, haven't we, Papaw? We've seen oil and cattle. We spend the night tonight in Carlsbad Caverns, New Mexico. Right now we're on our way to Abilene, Texas. They have lunch there and we keep on going to New Mexico. It's about 11:30. We just keep going through these little towns out here. Looking at all the scenery. We stopped along in Texas here. There's a prison across the road here. These guys out there, prisoners out here working. They got a guy on a horseback watching them. The whole mess of them out here. They're all back behind us too. Those are all prisoners working out there. Prison guards are watching them. Glad we're not in prison, huh, Papaw?
Yeah.
It's awful hot to be working out there today. Well, we're driving past some of the oil derricks out here. They're just pumping away just as fast as they can pump it. We hit a few places where there are just whole lots of them. Out here is a little less Not quite as many, but they're all pumping. Just about everyone we see is pumping. There's one out there. That one's actually not pumping right now. There's one way out there that's pumping. Goes up and down, up and down. It's really interesting land in the Papaw. It's really flat.
Yeah.
There's just not much to it.
Oh, this is level land through here, though.
They keep some cattle out here where they pump the oil. Papaw and I were saying if we had all this oil, I don't know what we want to mess with cattle for. Some people do it. Here we are. We just crossed into New Mexico. Stopped at a little town called Eunice. Thought it was kind of interesting. Papaw wanted to get his picture in Eunice, New Mexico. So here we are. Not much of nothing out here. A couple little houses and a lot of oil out here. We're gonna be in Carlsbad tonight. So we're gonna keep going. Well, here we are at Carlsbad Caverns. I'm getting ready to go in and see the park in a couple of minutes. If I want to get out and see the sign. This is New Mexico here. It's very hot and dry. Really pretty place, but it's real different. We just climbed up this road up here, all the way up on top of this mountain. Down inside the cave right now. It's a big place. Those are people all the way down there. You like this, Papaw?
Yeah,
It's a little dark in here, isn't it?
it's dark. It's dark in here. Get down in there.
Yep. stopped out here outside of Roswell, New Mexico. We saw a goat farm. Angora goats, I think they call them. A whole mess of them. Papaw wanted to stop and see him. This kind of, do they clip these, Papaw? Well, we're in downtown Santa Fe here, and this is called the Palace of the Governors, this building over here across the street. This is one of the oldest I think it's either the oldest or next to oldest building in the whole United States. It was built in 1610. It was built 20 years before the Pilgrims landed. Town square. It's pretty early here, so not many people are out yet. We're just walking around looking at the shops.
Good morning.
Here we are on top of the mountain. This is where the ski lift is. Goes all the way up there.
Walk up that way, do you?
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, you walk up.
Beautiful mountains up here. I don't know if I can catch you, Papaw. You can walk faster than me. I bet it was.
I lost my control
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
continent, you
Where
know.
are you from?
Yeah.
I'm from old
But I'm
Mississippi.
getting it back now.
Oh, yeah, old Mississippi.
Yeah.
Down in Florida,
Yeah.
he's my grandson. He's a missionary.
Well, I
Is that
spent 2
Sony
years
nice
in
and light?
Pensacola.
Yeah, it is. Nice mountain stream here. Beautiful scenery out here. There he goes. He saw me too and he took off. That's a pronghorned antelope. That's the fastest creature in the world. They can run up to 75 miles an hour. He saw me and he got away. We're out here in New Mexico, on the way away from Las Vegas, New Mexico. We're crossing some big rangeland out here. Most of it's so dry though, they can't have but a few head every mile or two. He's still checking me out. Well, this is Jimmy's place here. We drove back into Texas and we got here a little while ago. We're gonna take a tour around here with Jimmy and them when they get back. He's got 20,000 acres out here of rangeland. I don't know how many cattle they got, but he's the manager of this ranch here. It's called the Rattlesnake Ranch. And it's just outside of Crockett, Texas. And this is one huge place. They got some oil wells out here too. They got several thousand head of cattle out here. A lot of them are way over in that way. We're going to go over there later, hopefully. Get to look at it. Jimmy's got 4 kids. He's got 3 girls and just had a little boy. He's about 1.5 years old. We just got here a little while ago and they had to run out and do something. He keeps all his horses and work out here on the ranch, out here at their other place. Down the road there. I think they've been here about 2 years. So we'll get some more shots when they come back. Seeing some of Jimmy's bulls out here. So you keep all the bulls in one place?
Yeah. Well, we've got about 250, but we keep them all together.
Yeah.
These are bulls here that we're growing off to sale.
Mm-hmm.
We'll sell all of them. What you went for them?
Them bulls bring around 1,750, 1,700.
This is land out here, all full of pecan trees. This looks like a park, Jimmy. It's so pretty.
Yeah, appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, I bet it is.
A lot of that.
How did
Training out
them folks up on the side of them mountains over there make a living?
Well, in northern New Mexico, they have a hard time doing it.
Do you see little bitty house way up?
I bred all these first calf heifers to half Jersey. That white heifer stand out there? That white heifer getting up, she's half Jersey, half Burma.
Man, we got acres and acres and acres of cows out here.
Yeah.
Look at him go. Look at him go. He can ride that horse, can't he? I have this feeling he's had some practice at this. Yeah, he loves that attention, doesn't he?
Tell him to stop. Make him stop. Say, whoa.
Does he like to ride with you on your horse, Jimmy? I bet he does. You get up there in Papaw's lap, let me get your picture.
Come over here and sit in Papa's lap.
Come here, sit in my lap.
Cody.
Cody.
Come sit Papaw, bud.
Come on.
Hey boy, you like that tractor, don't you?
That old guy used to be manager rancher. He don't come around no more.
No, sir, he doesn't. We see him occasionally, and every once in a while he'll call. But we hadn't as far as seeing him. We're passing on the road. That's about it.
Does he live out this way?
He lives up on the highway. Wave to him. You wave to Tim? Wave to him.
Oh, Cliff showed didn't like him when I was over him before. They, you know, me and you went up there and
Yeah,
Tim in
yeah,
town.
yeah.
I used to, while I was over Cliff that morning. He said that old SB ought to let Jim off. They said he wouldn't do it, but
Well, they're company for you.
oh yeah. He come down about one night a week and sleep.
He eats breakfast with you every day, doesn't he? Doesn't he eat breakfast with you every day,
Yeah,
baby?
he eat breakfast with me every morning.
This one goat that had kids just before we left, it's not feeding one of them. Baby's holding her down and making her do it.
Me and him was in the bed there. He said, Papa, he said, you ought to come over to my house and sleep with me for I can take care of you. He just sleeps. Both of them are.
Both of them are.
Nicholas don't give nobody no trouble.
Yeah, he seemed like he was real quiet
Yeah,
when we were
he don't
there.
bother nobody.
Yeah, that's right.
And then let them
Go in there.
go in there.
They'll go the other way.
Yeah, and because they ain't used to going that way anyway.
Yeah. Let them stay in there.
Just let them stay in there, and we'll get ready to sort them next week. We'll just pick them up and carry them all the way.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
This is their feed bins. This is their own feed bins. He said they spend about $200,000 a year on feed. It's their highest expense.
March. That's her filly coat right there. She's real good. You remember the studs you looked at over there? That is a little lady right there now.
I think to say that. But not going off on the stud, but the best stuff.
Yeah, he just ain't much. That old mare right there, Papaw, she never has good looking colts, but they grow off to be good horses. They don't start doing anything until they're about 2 years old.
What is that old mare with? She
She was a
she's a good cow horse?
yes, just a good cow horse. She's a double bred Chico with Hank H.
And she got a touch of thoroughbred in her.
Yes, sir.
Must have left them shoulders.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Get the tape ball underneath it. Little black man can't read or write. But you can put 700-800 cows in a pasture. Start letting them go through the gate, look at every day one. You asked him, so Doug, how many cows? We're like, oh, 30 something. They're like, be 400 for him.
Guys are driving the cows to another pasture here. We went through a feedlot somewhere in Texas. We stopped. There was several hundred head in there, you know, and There was several really nice looking ones. Papaw said, "You never gonna eat a steak off that cow." He said, "They take that to those real expensive places." He said, "You ain't gonna have a steak off that one." Here they come. There they go.
You don't see cows. You don't get these shots.
How many are in here?
There's 262 in here.
That old, these old black cows, black cows,
Real cowboys.
Get your horse to run off and get off.
That's how they know better. They know better.
Me too.
They run away one time, they won't run away no more after that.
That breaks that up, don't it?
They get some back feet broke running out, run across the pasture, and somebody rolled up on him, some back feet. He gets his butt spraddled. Hey! They gonna watch y'all perform up here now.
What is that?
Up here on these heifers.
Plumb up.
I always come up to my house to be riding that great. Oh,
He's
yeah.
like that all day long, Papa.
Pretty nice old gray horse.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Sit, but
He's trying to keep the bulls from coming through this gate here.
Go back there. Go back
It's a short stocky one right there. This guy's 70-something years old. He's been on this farm for 45 years. one of these wells up close. It's got a gas-powered motor. Is it natural gas?
Yeah.
Natural gas-powered motor on it. Why does it have that big front on it, Jimmy? Is it like a big heavy weight?
It's a weight. That's what makes it break over. It's counterbalance.
Okay. Okay. How many gallons a day, something like that pump?
It'll vary from like 20 barrels on up to size 200 to 400 barrels. That's not per well.
Yeah.
This well here probably 220 barrels.
This is one of the hay barns here. You got 4 of these?
Yeah.
4 of these around the place. They can hold 900 bales apiece. They go through how many bales a year?
5,000.
5,000 bales a year.
These
Kind of knowing what they're doing, don't it? God, on the other back.
£1,000 now.
These are Bramer bulls out here. That bull weighs over 1,000 pounds. He can weigh almost twice that when he's full grown.
Heavy rest.
That's the biggest bull out there right there. Gee whiz. Crop duster out there. What's your name? You gonna ride in the rodeo tonight? Think gonna be fun? How old are you? 6 years old, and you're riding in a rodeo. You know, I got a little boy that'll be 6 years old in October. He may come out here and see you next summer. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? You show him around your ranch. He's never ridden a horse either. He lives in the city though.
Jacksonville, tell him all about it. Lay it on him one more time. Wow. Roy Thompson on the Wild West fucking horse. There's a horse that has action at every bone in his body. Let's see how it is. Here comes the score. Ready, Dan. How about a hand for Ready Dan, the world famous firefighter? He lives down around Houston, Texas. Hold it. Wait a minute. Stop the music. Hold it. Hold it. Hold you. You're about the most stupid fireman. I'm talking about the hood. Raise the hood. There it is. Well, I thought you had enough sense to know what to do. What's wrong with that thing?
Oh, I got a carburetor and it's carbureting.
It's carbureting. That's good news.
I got a generator and it's generating.
It's generating.
Oh, I got a radiator and it's radiating.
The radiator is radiating.
I got pistons.
Pistons are, don't talk about the pistons. We'll stop it right there. Wait. Oh, that's it. He's got a short there on that side. Get your ladder. Get your ladder. Get your hose. You got any water? Hey, you got some water. Throw your water on the fire. On the fire. On the fire. You got a fire extinguisher? Do something. It's out of commission. It's going haywire. Don't work. Get the fire out, boys. You're about to burn us out. You got any marshmallows? Yabba dabba do. Put that on the fire, you idiot. Yes, you got a problem. Your fire extinguisher not working. What are you going to do? Do something. Hurry. Yeah, we'll help you. We're going to blow it out. We're going to blow it out. On the count of 3, everybody blow. 1, 2, 3. Everybody. We need everybody. Oh, my goodness. Boy, what great firemen. Wasn't that great? Aren't you glad they followed all their rules? Stay calm. Don't panic. Yes, you. That was really good, boy. Hurry, Chief. Hang on, boys. Hang on. Go on, Chief. They'll catch up with you. Whatever you do, don't stop. Have you recognized him yet? That's Snuffy. Snuffy the Clown. That's who it is. And his little clownettes. Horse 04. It's only 8 seconds. That doesn't seem long, does it? Unless you're on the bucket hose. Here he is. All right, Brian, stay up there. You know, I think he's going to make it. Smart young man. Rides bucket horses for a living.
Can't be too smart if he's doing
Paul
this.
Peterson from Guyman, Oklahoma on favorite sin. Now, make some noise, everybody. Let's get him out of there. Go on, Paul.
Somebody's sleeping.
You don't go with me?
You don't go with Granddaddy?
Got his hat on. Put your hat on. I see your hat, wild man.
Show me special hat.
Special hat. Oh, he's cute. Oh, you're cute. Okay, we're gonna get going.
They're tired of sitting in one spot.
I'll be by tomorrow.
Yeah, we come by in the morning, we can see you before you got leave.
Call her because Tammy's mother's coming and I think they're going to town.
That's what my daddy would say. And when I turned 18, he smiled at me. Walked outside, then he tossed me the keys. And he said, hang on to her, boy. With all your might, she's got so much to give if you treat her right. In the world where things are cheap and fast, ain't too many things that remain to last. Hang on to her, boy. They don't make them like that anymore. Greenville, Texas. Same deal as bulldogging, 2 tries, 2 go-rounds. He had no time on the first one. This is his only chance right here. Leading time is 9-5 in the go-round, down to 10-8. They got to be 10-8 left. They got a time tight enough to keep them tied down 6 seconds after they get on that horse right forward. We saw about 3 calves get up last night. The Cowboys were in such a hurry. It was a little fun to get. You ought to be used to all this by now, Ron. He's a rodeo horse. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, Brady. Now look how tough it is to pick him up and lay him down. Come on, everybody, help this cowboy. Give him a hand. He is all done. Starts us off in Robert Stovall. Russ, Texas. He is off the home. Oh, watch out. Watch it, Robert. Now here's one of your good old East Texas Cowboys, and he may not get it down. Yeah, he does. The horse is going to kind of walk around and watch all this. Try out hundreds of horses. Go ahead and give some of that applause to that East Texas Cowboy. Robert Stovall out of Russ, Texas. He caught the train up here. Wait a minute. What do you mean that reminds you of when you was a little boy? Well, that's nice of your daddy. We all like ponies. What was that?
First of all, you gotta warn him every day.
Uh-huh.
Second of all, you gotta feed him every day.
Why, sure you do.
And third of all, you don't ever ride that pony into that topless bar down there.
Oh, no, don't ride the pony in the topless bar. No, no. Why was that so important?
Well, I don't know, but I went down and he said, you see things in that topless bar?
Here. Good money for a cowgirl doing what she wants to do. Did you see what happened? She lost her bridle reins. As the horse came around the first barrel, he pulled the reins out of her hands. Okay, everybody help us, help us. This way from cover. Yeah, he ought to be ready to ride. Here he is. Here's Terry Holland from Carthage. Come on! Come on! Holy smokes! Man! Did you see that? Boy, you talk about a bull turning back in midair. He stretched Terry Holland's arm out. He wears... Amen! Holy smokes! Look out! Look out! Look out! Get out of here, bull! All right, folks, you know...
Say good night. I had a good time.
Now stay clear of the arena, please. There'll be a 5 o'clock out there. You stay clear of the arena. Be sure to go by for the autographs and souvenirs for Corey Howdy. They're waiting on you there now.
Workshop out here. Oh, nice little workshop. Makes all kind of wood stuff in here.
You do this on the rider like that.
Almost finished.
Well, what kind of brace you gonna want to put though?
Like this right here.
That'd be all right.
Well, we just finished it. It looks great. That is nice, nice. Papaw was the brains. James Kyle was the bronze, and I was watching both of them. I was the documenter. I helped a little bit though.
It's pretty. I got fancy with arms though.
It's good in the room with the flowers.
Yeah, I think it will. This is a spot called Love's Lookout. To the highest point here in Jacksonville, Texas. And you can see 35 miles from up here. Man named Mr. Love donated this property to the city many years ago. See the power line running down through there. That out.
The rest of it used to be back in here.
Okay. Back that way. That was the name of the town?
Yeah.
The original town that was here. Well, it's time to feed the goats. We're out here trying to get them fed. These dogs don't attack me.
Some of these babies separate.
Uh-huh. Dumping out the old feed.
Yeah, dumping out the trash.
Yeah. So you keep those little ones pinned up down there?
No, they go and come. I just feed them where they
The other ones can't get in there?
get in there and eat them, eat their feed.
Well, we're on our way back to McCool here. We stopped in Vicksburg, take a look around. Papaw wanted to see a casino from a distance. Told him I wouldn't let him go in there. But that's the casino down there on the river. It's called the Ameristar Casino in Vicksburg. Here comes a big barge up the river too. That's the old bridge there. I think you can still drive on it. Papaw makes friends everywhere he goes. He doesn't miss a person. There's a big old tugboat. Look at the size of that thing. Good Lord. Well, that's Vicksburg. Did you have a good time, Papaw?
Huh?
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a real good time.
Oh, that's great. We got to see a lot of places, didn't we?
Yeah, we went a lot of places and had the best time together.
Oh, that's great.
I had a grandson day. I enjoyed no more than I enjoyed you, Sugar.
Well, that's really sweet, Papaw. I was sure glad to do it. It was a lot of fun. We had a big rain last night. Got a lot of goats out here. Well, I love you, Papaw.
I love you too, Sugar. I love you better than anything.
After the banquet, but